Hello and a warm welcome to our Christmas Sparkle warm-up tutorial. This tutorial is all about just practicing some of the techniques that you'll be using to make your cards. So let's get started. During this warm-up, what you're going to need is your dot art tool, some of your sample paint tins, and the main thing is your recycled A4 paper, which we've put in your kit to practice with, and also your brochure, your Christmas Sparkle dot art booklet, just to use as a guide. You'll also need a damp piece of kitchen paper or cloth and, of course, a cup of tea. If you'd now like to just turn to the practice sheet page in your booklet and we will get started. Okay, so the first mark that we're going to practice making is using the dip and dot technique. So it's very simple. You dip your dotting tool into the paint before you place each dot. And what this does is it keeps all your dots to a similar size. So you can try this with both ends of your dotting tool. And another thing to really notice is how much paint you put on. Because if you have more paint on the end of your dotting tool, you're going to end up with a bigger dot. And also if you press harder with your dotting tool, again, you'll get a bigger dot. And so for smaller dots, you press lighter and use less paint. So if you'd like to just practice all of these things, use doing the 3 dots as you can see I'm doing here. And while you're placing the dots on the paper, I'd like you to sit comfortably and relax your body. Try and calm and focus your mind. Allow thoughts to come and go, and if your mind wanders, just gently bring your focus back to the experience of placing the dots. And when you finish doing that, if you'd like to just give the ends of your dotting tool a really good clean, and this prevents the paint building up on the edge of your tool and affecting the dots and the marks that you're making. So the next mark that we're going to make is a heart shape. So if you'd like to dip the large end of your dotting tool into the paint and place 2 dots side by side, and then use the end to drag the paint down to meet at the bottom and make a heart shape. So that's 2 dots side by side, and then drag the paint down to make a V shape at the bottom and create your heart shape. So if you'd like to use both the large and the small end and the dotting tool and try and just have a play around and see the different sizes of hearts that you can make, and just don't forget to experiment with putting more paint potentially on the end of your dotting tool and less paint, and pressing hard and then pressing less hard to get different size of dots. And don't forget to keep wiping your tool regularly with your damp cloth or paper towel. And this is really just to prevent dried bits from turning dots into blobs and spikes. So just don't forget to keep wiping the end of your tool. So the next mark that we're going to make here is a dot and drag mark. So dip your clean end, large end into the paint, place the dot and then drag it to the right. So it looks a bit like a straight comma. And again, try this using both the large and the small end of the dotting tool and see what different marks you can make. When you finish that, give the end of your dotting tool a really good clean and wipe. Okay, for this next one now, we're going to dip the larger end of the dotting tool into the paint and then walk the dots out until the paint runs out. So you're not reloading your dotting tool with paint between each dot. You simply dip the dotting tool once and then walk the dots out until you run out of paint. Do try and make sure that the space between your dots remains as even as you can. And yeah, experiment with both the large and small end of your dot, and this technique we'll be using quite a lot when we're doing the snowflake projects. As you're walking the dots out, I'd just like you to really notice how the dot tool feels in your hand. Really notice and look closely at your art and the dots and notice every detail. This really helps bring yourself into the present moment. So now what I'd like you to do is use the large or small end of the dotting tool, whichever you prefer. Dip the clean end in the paint and place a dot and drag the dotting tool, but this time instead of doing a straight line with the drag, I'd like you to turn it either to the left or the right to create a curved shape, which is a bit like a curved comma or a speech mark, I suppose. So instead of doing a straight drag, dot and drag, we're doing a curved one either to the left or to the right. And while you're doing this, try and notice your breath as you breathe in and out, and just tune into your breathing. And try and be as mindful as you can whilst you're making these marks. So this eco acrylic paint is water-based and so will evaporate and become thicker in consistency. So if you find that your paint is a bit too thick in consistency for doing the dot art and the mark making, then you can always add a few drops of water and then give it a really good mix to get it to the consistency that works best for doing this craft. For the next mark that we're going to do, it looks a little bit like a flying bird, I always think. So place, using the large end of your dotting tool, place a dot and drag it to the right. And now I'd like you to place a second dot over the first dot, but this time drag it to the left to create a V. And then repeat this with either your large or your small end. Also like to try making this mark at a different angle, just to practice from a different angle and a different side. Okay, so making sure your dotting tool is clean, use the small end of the dotting tool firstly to create a dot and drag. This is in effect the tail of the Y shape that we're going to make. And then use the large end of the dotting tool to create the top part of the shape using the dot and drag technique, as you can see here. So the small end of the dotting tool for the bottom of the Y or the tail of the Y, and then swap to the larger end using the dot and drag technique to do the top section of the Y. And just repeat, and have a bit of a practice at this. And now using either end of the dotting tool, dip your tool in the paint and place 3 dots near the left-hand side. And then walk the dots in a random pattern, moving away from the left-hand dots until all the paint is used up. Then dip your dotting tool back in the paint and repeat it. So that's 3 dots on the left-hand side, and then walking the dots but in a random pattern, moving away from the left-hand dots, and you get a really nice effect with larger dots at one side petering out into smaller dots to the right-hand side. after you've cleaned your dotting tool, the last one that we're going to just practice doing, it looks a bit like a flower. So using the large end of your dotting tool, place a dot in the centre, nicely loaded with paint, and then use the small end of the dotting tool and drag with a dot and drag for each of the petals. So with this, I'd like you to dip your dotting tool back into the paint before each petal, and this, like we talked about earlier, this keeps the sizes more or less equal. So just practice this a little bit. So I hope you found that warm-up technique practice with the dotting tool and making your marks useful, and I hope you really enjoy doing the projects next. Just on this warm-up, we've just got a little bit more information about how to use your graphite paper, which I'm going to talk through next, and then you'll be set to go. So to trace your outlines, you'll need a card and your dot art tool to trace the line, the graphite paper, the outlines from your booklet, potentially a rubber in case you press quite hard, and of course a cup of tea. So I have everything here to now do my outline, my dot art tool, graphite paper, my card and my outline, and of course a rubber in case I need it at the end. So just to start with, if you'd like to hold up your card and your outline to the light, I find this a useful way to position the outline on the front of the card. So as you can see where the outline of the card, and you can really position the outline on the front in the position you'd like your project to be on the card. Once you're happy with the position, you can always bend the back just to see clearer. Once you're happy with the position, lay it down on the table, hold tight of the position with your left hand, and then grab your graphite paper. So you need the shiny side facing down, and simply slip it between the card and the outline. So take hold of your dotting tool now, once everything's in position, and gently trace the outline, and the graphite will transfer as you do this onto your card, giving you the outline on your card. So don't press too hard, because the graphite is really effective in transferring, so you don't want too hard a line, but don't worry at all, because if you do make quite a harsh line, then it can also always be rubbed out using the rubber at the end. Don't forget to place your little dot in the centre of your bauble, and just continue until you have finished tracing all of the outline. Brilliant. So once you have finished tracing the whole of the outline, sometimes I like to hold it in position and just double check underneath that it looks okay, and then put your outline and graphite to one side, and there you have your outline ready on your card to start with your paint. I really hope you found this dot art warm-up tutorial useful, and so now you can go on and select which project you'd like to start with first, and watch the individual project tutorial along with your instruction sheets in your booklet, and enjoy some relaxing dot art painting.